Welcome back. In this video we are going to be creating the pencil in Inventor. So I've got an image of the pencil right over here. First thing we're going to start with is we're going to start with the eraser and then the metal part, and then we're going to do the rest of the pencil. After we're done building it, then we're going to do a revolve cut to make the tip of that pencil. So I'm just going to start off. I'm going to pick a plane, going to make a circle, and these circles are for the eraser and the metal part on the back. So I have 0.26, that's the eraser, diameter, and then I have, missed the center, gotta try it again. I have 0.32 is the metal part. There we go, I've got them lined up in the center, and I'm going to go ahead extrude the eraser first. Click on it, it's already set to 1 inch. Our eraser is going to be 0.25 though. So 0.25, enter. What that does, it makes my part and it hides the sketch. So what I need to do is I'm going to click on the plus sign so I can see my sketch again. I'm going to make that visible. That way we can use the sketch again. If I did not have it visible, so I'm just going to undo that, and I go to extrude, it's going to give me an error saying, hey, I don't see any sketches. I don't know what you want me to do. So again, I'm going to right click it, turn on visibility, then I can go ahead and extrude again. I'm going to flip it to the other side just so I can see what I'm doing. I'm going to click at both circles, and you're going to see that it first thinks, oh, maybe I should cut that part off. But we don't want to do that. It's going the wrong direction to begin with, so when I flip directions, it now goes to the join or create command. So second one was cut, top one is make. And we want to make it at 0.54, and that is the metal part of our pencil. Once we have those two done, we have no need to have that sketch open anymore, so we can turn visibility off, and now we can continue on with the rest of the pencil. The next part of the pencil is a polygon, and it's 6-sided. So what we're going to do is we're just going to start at the edge and create another sketch. So I'm just going to click on this surface. If I click on the down arrow at rectangle, I can go to polygons. I'm going to click on the center, and then I'm going to come out. I'm not going to let it snap onto anything because I want to make the size of it after I've already created it. So I'm going to click on the top and then the bottom, and I can dimension what the side should be, and that was 0.27. Now that I have my size, I can go finish sketch. I can extrude that, and it's going to be 7 inches for the rest of the pencil. Now you're going to see I have a generic pencil. I could start coloring it or designing it, but I'm going to wait till later to do that on my own. But once we have all that set, we can start cutting the angle for the tip of the pencil. So there's two things that I'm going to need. I'm going to need a line that we revolve around. So since I set this up with that center dot being the yellow dot, I can use this axis. So I can right click it, turn visibility on, and then I can go to my sketches, and I'm going to want to figure out what sketch cuts through it. So I could use the XZ or the XY plane. So I can use either one of those and just turn the visibility on. That way I can see everything I'm working with. I'm going to click on sketch, and you've got to be over the edge of the plane. You can see that it now says XY plane on there. So it knows what I'm trying to select, and then I can start doing some of my drawing. First things first though, I want to know the area I'm drawing in, so I hit F7 and it cuts it in half. So if I zoom in there, you're going to see I only have half a pencil now. From here I'm going to do project geometry. That way I can get the full height of my object, and that just puts a line on there for me on my sketch. And that's just so I can have my reference point, because what I'm going to do now is I'm going to make a line on here. So if I click there, I'm just going to go over and make a line. So I click and held the mouse ball down to move it over, and then now that I have my line set, it just has to be longer than my material. I can click tab, and since the full height's supposed to be 18, half of it, since I'm revolving it, is what I need, so I need 9 degrees. Hit enter, and then you're going to see that I have the line to revolve cut. Now the rest of this doesn't matter, so it can be any shape I really want out here, just as long as it covers all of the area that I need and it does not go past my center line to revolve around. So it can be any shape I want. Now I'm going to use the revolve command. It did not pick the area for me, so I've got to click on it. So what it did is it clicked my profile, and then now I need to click on axes so I can use the line to revolve around. So you can see at first it wants to make some random shape, but instead of the create or join command, I want to have it be a cut. Then I click OK. And there we go, I've got a pencil. One little fun extra thing is if you wanted to have two different surfaces here, that way we can have the lead of the pencil be one color and then the rest of the material be another. We can do the same thing that we just did, but we're going to go ahead and instead of using most of the part, all we're going to do is go over to this side of the pencil and we're going to make a little triangle to cut into it. So it's just going to be the tiniest little cut into the material. Going to finish that sketch. Going to go ahead, hit revolve. It picks my profile, and all I have to do is pick my axes, tell it to be a cut, and I hit OK. If that's a little too far in, all you got to do is you can hit the plus sign next to your revolve, double click, and now I can go back into that area. Click F7, just zoom in further so I can make this triangle barely into the material. Click Finish Sketch, and then it does the same thing. It's just a lot smaller of a cut. Alright, once we have that done, I'm going to go ahead and right click, turn visibility off on both the axes and the plane, and there we go. All you have left to do is color it. Have fun.